I want you to listen to what this guy says about DC.
DC is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with DC. That doesn't happen anywhere else, you know, in the States.
You hear what he just said? That brother justified the insanity in DC by saying it's nothing that happens here that doesn't happen everywhere else. You see how he just justified that? DC is not fine. Washington, D.C. has been out of control for decades. It's not fine at all, okay? Our people, we have to stop viewing the world like this. Ain't nothing fine about Washington, D.C. It's filled with violent crime, okay? It's ridiculously out of control. I've lost countless family members and friends on the streets of Washington, D.C. I'm sick of our people pretending like DC is not as bad as it is. I know y'all might hate Donald Trump, and I get it. I don't care nothing about the Democrats or the Republicans or Donald Trump, but he was not lying when he said Washington, D.C. is completely out of control. This brother in Washington, D.C. just said D.C. is fine. And that's the kind of thinking why our people are doomed. He thinks that the crime rate in Washington, D.C. is fine. You heard him say it.
Just their presence is good if the DC is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with DC. That doesn't happen anywhere else, you know, in the States. Just their presence is good if the DC police need assistance, but I don't think they need the National Guard. I've been robbed. I'm a legit citizen. I've been robbed and everything. So some cities are worse than DC, and the crime rate has gone down.
And the young people, they are kind of out there. I don't know what their problem is, but they getting kind of outrageous. That's in D.C. and in Maryland and New York, everywhere.
Tell them. Let them know, sis.
He's just starting here, okay? He's not going to end with here. Let him know that he is going against the vast majority. Crime in D.C. is at a low, and he's using that for an excuse.
His accusations.
Y'all, first of all, I don't buy crime in D.C. being at a low. I don't give a damn what those numbers say. And let's just say that the numbers are truthful. Then that shows you how out of control Washington, D.C. actually is. That the crime has went down and it's still completely outrageous. I'm telling you, from somebody who was born in Washington, D.C., I've lived in and out of D.C. multiple times in my life. Look, somebody who's in D.C. all the time, born in D.C., lived in and out of D.C. for years, listen to me. This town is extremely dangerous. You got people on here, coming on here who are either people like this guy right here who's out of touch with reality, or people like that black brother who said DC is fine. It's ridiculous to me how anybody who's actually in the town, if you've been born here, if you've lived here for years, how could you not know how dangerous Washington, D.C. is? I've been saying it for years. Washington, D.C. is actually more violent than Chicago and New York. The only difference is Chicago and New York is way bigger than Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is a very small city. And for years, it's been overpopulated with gangsters. This is a very gangstified town, Washington, D.C., that we're talking about. Also happens to be the same city of my birth. Also happens to be the same city where just last week we placed a witness stone right here in Washington, D.C. A witness to Yahweh that we have returned and we recognize what's going on. And we're crying out to him because of the oppression. Isaiah 19 and 19 and 20. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19 and 20. We placed that stone last week in D.C. Would you look at this town a week later? And this stuff really started ramping up. 2 days after we placed the stone, the witness stone right here in Washington, D.C.
Crime is on the rise. It's baseless. I think it was one of the Doge folks that got mugged, and he's using that as this catalyst to militarize D.C., which is insanity to me. Insane overreach. It's completely unnecessary.
I think this is a way for him to take control of D.C. like he been wanting to do. Crime has been down. Of course, you're going to take precautionary measures. You're going to make sure that you know, vigilant about, where you're walking and what's going on around you. But it's just the thing about living here.
DC is fine. There's nothing wrong with DC.
Just the thing about living here. This town is out of control, and it has been for years.
Take him back to training. You last, white boy.
You got your ID on you, Chip?
No, I live right here.
Okay, cool.
It's a cigarette. Did y'all get a call or something right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keeping everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal search that Donald Trump's put down?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3 anything like that? But no. All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together for 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking and drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies or somebody, there's a shooting and things like that. So there's extra hands to go, right? So.
From the area of DC, are you a tourist?
Born and raised.
So you're born and raised in DC. Are you here are you working in the area or just tourist right now?
Not far from here.
Where do you, if you don't have to tell me, but where do you work?
I work at a law firm
Oh, what, so you're an attorney?
No, but I assist.
Oh, cool. So what are your thoughts of today? We're talking about DC crime rates. Is it safe to live in DC? Do you agree with President Trump federalizing for 30 days to sort of stamp down on crime? What are your thoughts?
I agree with it. I was born and raised in the district, and I've never seen the things that I see today with children as young as 3 years old being shot. I mean, where does that happen? I think it's a bad idea to fear what this president is doing. I mean, he actually lives in the city now. I mean, come on. He would be foolish, I think, to ignore things like that. A child, 3 years old, being shot, or people being shot on the bus. I mean, that happened in upper northwest Washington, D.C. So, I mean, I think he's. I
People in Upper Northwest and like the areas, because it's hard finding actual DC residents here in this area. Mm-hmm. It's mostly like bureaucrats and whatnot. It's not the real DC people. Yeah. Do they generally support this? Do they feel like they want crime to be under control, or are they against it?
I do. I believe that most people that live here, that work hard every day and have families, they want the crime rate to be brought under control. They want the situation of, like I said, children being shot, seniors being assaulted. They want that under control. Okay. And I believe that this is the best thing that has happened to this city in a very, very long time, for the president to take control and, of the police, of the crime. I think it's a great idea. I really, really do.
Question for me now. Where in DC, I'm new to DC and I actually live in Virginia on the borderline in Arlington. If I wanted to go talk to real DC people, not bureaucrats, not lobbyists, not people working in the area, like people that are actually born and raised here, where would I go to find them and actually ask questions like this?
I would say, kind of in the... probably just northwest and southeast, from like the higher
That's right.
rate of I guess socioeconomic areas, and then maybe where people were struggling. Right. I think really actually where people are struggling.
If you could give me how about like a shopping area that I could look up, that where I could go and there's people walking around that I could walk up to on the street, maybe like a city center area where there's like people just walking that I could talk to?
Say Pennsylvania Avenue, southeast.
What would the cross street be?
That would be it would be more like Potomac Avenue neighborhood, the Potomac Avenue neighborhood.
Let me put that just in case that thank you for this information. Because I like.
Where? Sure.
Hold on. Potomac. What was it?
Potomac Avenue
area. Right, because back when I was in New York and I was covering a lot of things, for me, it was very easy to find neighborhoods because I was from there. And I always like to talk to the real people. Like when you go into New York City, it's really hard. Everybody's coming and going and they're more wealthy and they have different opinions. I used to go to the Bronx, to Harlem, and people's opinions are wildly different than you would expect.
Right.
So,
well, my view is that there are people that have actually moved out of the district, but also those people too have a great view. They have an understanding. Those that actually were born here, raised here, and then eventually became adults and moved into the suburbs, they understand that they want safety in the city as well.
Reporting live from the scene in Washington, D.C. Currently, the police are swarming the streets. FBI agents, ICE agents, every kind of agent you can think of, they outside. The air is tense. The sirens are echoing in the distance as all the crowds gather to watch. Whatever's happening right here is not a normal day in Washington, D.C. Ever since Trump sent out those National Guards, they have not been playing out here in these streets. So stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay inside if you can.
We just got to fuck. I mean, now. Who just rang, y'all? Who just rang? Yeah. Damn. Oh, shit. No.
He showed you he has nothing. But y'all wrong. Hey, give me on camera. Boy, I'm leaving. Nigga, fuck is you talking about? I got people right now.
cars with no reason. Hey, don't push him, y'all. Don't push them. He had no reason to put this man in handcuffs. Y'all, calm down, y'all. Relax. Legally detained him. No, he said, look, calm down. Back up. Calm down, y'all. He said he's only detained. Hey, bro. Calm down, y'all. Everybody calm down, y'all. Out they face. Ain't my lip. Out they face, y'all. Out they face. Jack, back up. Back up. Out they face. Get out they face. This nigga acting like they about to fight. Yeah, no fight. Child brother good. I don't care about child with red nuts. Y'all come from motherfucker. All the cookies coming down here. Y'all don't even care about the black community. Old ass, bro. Oh, they trying to shoot. Oh, they trying to go, calm down. He's going to take your ass to jail. Mo, what the fuck, Hey, y'all, don't leave free throw, y'all. Make sure they don't harm free throw. Make sure they do not harm free throw, y'all. Back up. I'm not asking you again. Back up. It's not your party. This ain't doing nothing. Back up. Man, we live here. Hear what I said? Man, we live here. We suck a fucking baby. No, for real. Dick suck, man. Eat a bongaloid. Eat a bongaloid. Back up, you'll be arrested for interfering. I won't tell you again. Back up, the wagon isn't around. Move. I'm Lieutenant Wall. Move back. Yo, back up. If they don't back up, they go to jail. That's it. If they don't back up, they go to jail. Why you so bad? You're not the